Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with,
Michael Anthony Fitness.
and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. Man, headed down the road, and of course, nothing sucks as bad as the Washington Redskins except for traffic in the Washington, D.C. area. But I'm excited as can be, even though so many people are down on our Dallas Cowboys, including some of you so-called Dallas Cowboy fans. How do you feel about the team this year, Mike? Do you feel good about the team we're putting on the field, or you think, yeah, whatever?
Have to wait and see.
Well, I feel good about the team. We've had a complete turnover in the roster. I mean, the fact that Tony Romo's gone, Des Bryant, DeMarcus Ware, this is the next generation of Dallas Cowboy players. And there's so many people that say, well, Dak Prescott, has got to have a number one wide receiver, and he couldn't connect with Des Bryant and things like that. But the numbers prove that Dak Prescott's game, it's different than what Tony Romo was. Tony Romo was a special quarterback. Okay, Tony Romo, over time, was that super accurate quarterback who could buy time and throw into double coverage and things like that would help the receivers get open. And that's great. But also, too, with that came that gunslinger mentality. And sometimes you get the Tony Ono where you try and throw it in where it's a little too tight, and you get that back-breaking turnover. Not saying that's right or wrong, that's just what it is. Dak's game is different. It's not to say it's better or worse, but Dak Prescott's thing, pounded in his head by his mother, is don't turn over the ball because turnovers are game changers. And the numbers support what he does as far as playing the game, which is pass the ball around to multiple receivers, and you're going to end up hitting the open man and basically kill a team death by 1,000 cuts. When Dak is thrown to 7 or less receivers, he's 8-8 in his career. When he's thrown to 8 or more receivers, he's 14-2. Think about that. 14-2 when he throws to multiple receivers, because he's good at reading who's going to be the open guy. He's quick with that. Boom, boom. Oh, you're up. Boom. I'm going to hit the ball to you. But when you talk about forcing it to a number one wide receiver, a guy who's getting double covered and throwing it, that's not his strength. So what the Cowboys have to do is they have to play to the man's strength. And that's one of those things that the Cowboys have been very, very rigid in how they play the system. When Tony Romo went down in 2015, they were still calling the offense like Tony Romo was still out there. But clearly, Matt Castle and Brandon Wheaton weren't Tony Romo. They couldn't do the same things, a la they won one game without Romo. And even going into last year, it was still kind of predicated on that Tony Romo style. This year, I'm hoping that they adapt to Dak Prescott's strength. You don't want Tony Romo out there doing run-pass options. You don't want to put Tony in harm's way. Dak Prescott, built like a linebacker, actually works better moving around in the pocket, buying time, doing naked bootlegs, and finding the open man. So that's one of those things that you want to use to your advantage. You want him moving around on the naked bootleg. When you get Zeke Elliott, pounding the ball up the middle and teams putting 8 men in the box, you end up doing, basically naked bootlegs where you got the flow going to the left and you roll Dak Prescott to the right, and you hit a Cole Beasley or a Terrence Williams or an Allen Hurns or an Austin on a quick sling. Those are backbreakers, and that's what I think the Cowboys have to do. So how's everything going on your channel, man? What's new with it? What's new on your channel?
Not much.
Well, I was hearing, you were telling me that you're going to go ahead and get a green screen.
Yeah, when I have the money.
Okay. All right, a green screen. So you think you can show me how to use a green screen?
Not that hard.
It's not that hard? Okay. Any news on our Cowboys? Anything?
Other than Rico working out in there.
Okay. All right. So as always, guys, thank you all for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report, man. We're going to keep on driving on down the road. I got some work to do. Then got to get back and check on my dad. I'll see you guys soon.